Hey guys, another impromptu video. I have been getting lots of messages, intuitive nudges, symbolism, synchronicities that the collective ancestors, there's an important message from your ancestors. If you're seeing this, there's an important message from your ancestors. So I started pulling for me. You can hear my boyfriend playing, he's playing the game with his friends, so don't mind that. We've got forgiveness and the cow, which talks about abundance and receiving. Okay, so there's some kind of forgiveness that is needed here, and don't worry, I'm just as lost and confused as you are. So let's dive into it. I'm gonna adjust you guys like this. Beautiful. All right, ancestors. So obviously it's like, in order for the abundance and in order for the nourishment, in order for us to receive abundance, right, there needs to be some sort of forgiveness. And I don't sense this is self-forgiveness. I feel like those of you who are watching this, there is compassion that you share with yourself. You extend and show yourself compassion. I feel like this is forgiveness of another, and it could be your mother or something to do with the maternal line. So let's just have a look. Thank you, ancestors and guides, for this message. Okay, the Nine of Wands. So first of all, they're acknowledging that we've been at this and we've been really, they're acknowledging the struggle, the hardship that we have faced. The Death card. Okay, so they're saying it's almost there. It's almost time. It's almost time to reap these benefits. There is a change that needs to happen though. What is this forgiveness? What are we needing to be forgiven? What are we needing to forgive? The Empress card just popped out, so the Mother. Okay, I feel like a lot of us though, it's not that we don't forgive our mother. I think the understanding that we give, I feel like those who are resonating with this, there is an understanding you have for the way that your mother has traumatized you, the abuse that you have endured all your life from your mother, and the lies and deceit, as well as the pain that has been caused. Wow, okay. And I don't feel like it holds you back, but there is apparently something that needs to be forgiven. Okay, yeah, there's something that is not in the forefront of our mind. We're not seeing this exactly. I say we because I am right here with you guys. That's why I decided to do an impromptu reading at 10 p.m. at night. When it comes to the way in which you decide to embark on things, right? The adventure and the excitement and the spontaneity that you have, I feel like there needs to be an acknowledgement of, I feel like there is an acknowledgement of the things that were lost and the adventure and the fun and the joy that has been withheld due to the upbringing, due to the abuse. But there's a need to see it from a different perspective, or the sacrifice of the joy, the sacrifice of the adventure. Wow. The way in which we have sacrificed our needs and our abundance. Tell me more on that. I feel like I'm hitting the nail on the head here. Strength and the Eight of Swords, the way in which we have sacrificed the joy, the fun, because of how quickly we had to grow up. Just how quickly we had to grow up. And how that sense of responsibility has kept us stuck. So how does that, it stifled our vision, it stifled our creativity. We are these creative beings and we have been these creative beings, but the way in which we had to grow up so quickly I just saw 555. The way in which we had to grow up so quickly I just heard my boyfriend jokingly say to his friend, I hate you with every fiber of my being. So I feel like that could be something that you feel toward a primary caregiver in your life, for taking the fun and sucking the fun out of what it is that you feel you were here to do. Some of you, like me, were sort of forced to use your talents and skills to be the child star, to be the achiever of the family. You were the hope of the family. There may still be some resentment and animosity. Did you see the way in which that fell? Yes, and it's kept us small. It's kept us like... A lot of us were never allowed to do this because it was fun. It's always been to prove something or to... It's always been as a means to... how do I get this out? Spirit, please help me with this. I know, like, they're giving me feelings. I know what this is trying to say, but I don't know how to articulate that. The pursuit of your creative endeavors or passions or everything, it has to have a reason. It has to have good reason behind it. You can't just do it because you want to do it. Or in the past, you couldn't just do it because you want to do it. And that has translated into you not being, you not letting yourself do something for the sake of it being, a whim or a passion. There's guilt when you relax. There's guilt when you spend your day off, or even if it's not a day off, when you spend a day having a time off, doing what it is you want to do. It's like you have to constantly go, otherwise you're not worthy. And this is where the ancestral healing comes into it, because this has been passed down through the generations. And I feel like it's about forgiving. Your ancestors are wanting forgiveness too. King of Cups. Just give me a sec, because I'm getting something from him. I've got the Adventure Time theme song in my head. There is a wound here, and it starts with an ancestor, a male ancestor, that wasn't allowed to... I'm getting the word fashion something. So either could have something to do with fashion or fashion something. I feel like this male ancestor was very creative in wanting to make things, like fashion, like make clothes. And they were forced to do something else. They weren't allowed, for whatever reason, either they weren't allowed by their family or circumstances didn't call for it. So they didn't have the money, the resources. And it started with that ancestor, and the resentment that that ancestor held because of that trickled down the line to where we are today. And it's carried out through, and I can definitely see it from my mom, her side of the family, going up and up and up. I could see, excuse me, yep. The yawning is a sign that I'm connecting to the truth. That I'm like, yep, you're on it. It's being passed down. And this is why we all have trouble. You have trouble you and your family members all have trouble getting to where you want to be with your careers or your creative endeavors. Yeah, look at this. There wasn't opportunity. Hang on, this way. There was never opportunity, and the burdens took over. But that all ends now. That all ends now. So there's going to be an opportunity coming towards you guys that's giving you permission to become successful here. It's giving you many blessings, financial blessings, in order to pursue what it is that you want and be stable whilst doing so. So when it comes to this forgiveness then, now that we've and this is interesting because I knew it wasn't my forgiveness. I know it's not our forgiveness, that like we don't need to give our forgiveness. Like we're not holding resentment for anything, right? It's that generational animosity. It's that generational resentment that's just been passed down energetically and in our DNA. We have to give forgiveness to what? Justice. This is part of your purpose, to get rid of this, to heal this. It's linked in with your purpose. And it's interesting because this forgiveness of the generational wound, the generational trauma that we're here to exterminate, I'm hearing, it's surrounding what we feel we were born to do. So can you see how it's two things tied in one? So where do we start with this forgiveness? Oh, Four of Wands. The Hierophant. Ooh, interesting. There's something about marriage here. And I feel like this is saying that, sorry guys. The forgiveness starts with marriage and the sacrifice of marriage. Hang on, let me get to this. Not too many. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, King of Cups, Page of Cups. Okay, so I think we're talking to a male ancestor here. This male ancestor, we know this male ancestor had something that they wanted to do that they couldn't. Why couldn't they do what they wanted to do? What is it? This male ancestor, why couldn't they do what they wanted to do? The World. Seven of Swords. The Devil. Because okay, so they weren't able to achieve this or do what they wanted to do because of it was their lesson. And I feel like they may have ooh, this is weird. Okay, I've never done anything. I've never done never done a reading like this before. It's almost like what I'm getting is like this male ancestor accidentally cursed the family line by the anger and resentment of the lesson that they had to learn in sacrifice. It was their karma or something. So they cursed the rest of the line to suffer the same way they did. This is very interesting. I'm like sucked in. The Page of Pentacles. And because of that, every generation since them have had to bear their burden of their lesson. Wow. What? Okay. And you and me are learning that. Oh, okay. There's a cluster of us that have this same core wound. So this isn't, the specifics of what this generational like burden is, trauma, wound, curse, if you will, is the specifics of that are different based on obviously what our situations are. But there is, I'm hearing 3 clusters. So I don't know what those clusters entail, but there's 3 clusters of souls who are here to, like, the same thing has happened. Which is really strange and interesting. Okay, so yeah, we've had to learn their lesson and heal it. I'm hearing it's gone on long enough. I'm sorry. They're sorry. And they want forgiveness. Oh, I forgot these fell. Yeah, wow. Okay. 6 of Cups. Queen of Swords. And the 2 of Cups. I'm tapping into something with those 3 cards, but I want extra clarification. Oh, okay. Now, please don't come for me. If this doesn't resonate what I'm about to say, I know not everyone takes the same beliefs. But this makes sense for me. I am not trying to tell you the reason for your trauma. So please don't put those words in my mouth. I'm just, for those who this resonates with, you will know, and you'll feel it in your soul, because it will feel like a relief to have this understanding. But for those of you who your mother you have a really huge mother wound and it's on the maternal side, this was a pact, this was a contract, right? Again, remember what I said, don't come for me. If you don't buy into that, if that doesn't feel right to you, then this isn't your reading. So please don't worry. Please don't worry. I'm not trying to tell you something I'm not trying to tell you about your trauma. I'm not insisting, okay? But this is just for those who, you'll know if this is it. You and your mother have this agreement, right? And where is it? It was to speed up the healing. This is why it was so, why it was so traumatic. Because it needed to be full force. It needed to be, the process of healing needed to be sped up. Because it needed, this generational wound needed to end here. Okay, 9 of Wands and the Empress. There's the mother. We're going to be the ones. We're the ones that... This is saying you've done most of the work. You're literally there. Don't give up. It's like this abundance. This is divine feminine. This abundance that is rightfully yours. You've done all of the work. Okay, so what needs to happen? How can we forgive? How can we forgive this ancestor? These cards are a bit slippery, hence why I'm being very cautious with the ones that I do take. I'm only taking the ones that fall out, that feel right, like that. The Moon. The unknown. That is the opportunity to know the secrets that are revealed. We're the only ones that have just unraveled that right now. We're the only ones in our family that know this now. That is of those that are still living. This has been going on for 5 generations. 5 to 10 generations. That's the opportunity. The opportunity is the knowing. So I think all that needs to be done when it comes to forgiveness is obviously check in with yourself. Do you feel any resentment in your heart to know that this ancestor is the one that caused all of this trauma in your family, but you as well? Do you hold any resentment in your heart? Just ask yourself that. I don't. I feel gratitude and this is just being completely real, because I feel gratitude for knowing and understanding now that there is a logical reason for why all of this is happening. And I feel gratitude for being given the opportunity to be the one to end it. Yeah, look, again, This has been a work in progress. But now we're ready to move on to what's next. High Priestess. Your intuition's guiding you to something new, a new idea, a new venture. This new, if you've been here the last couple of days on my channel, we've been channeling like doing something that's like, that you feel doubt about, doing something that's outside of your comfort zone. That's what that's talking about. Something comes up and shows up and it's something so insignificant and so small. But you don't want to do it, but you know that you need to, so you don't mind it as much, and it's not as taxing as you thought, and you don't know or see how it could have anything to do with where it is that you're going, but you just know and you trust that it's leading you to your abundance. You just know it. You just know that it is. Continue on with that trust and continue on with that faith, because you have more, you're literally more than equipped for this situation. And know that it's written, it's part of the path. It's leading you to new horizons, new adventures. There could be travel involved. But there's fun attached to it almost. There's change. Page of Wands, there's good news. Okay, you're going to be receiving some good news or some sort of sign, or there's going to be something that comes up that's like a good news. It's like going to be received well. You're going to be so excited about it. That lets you know that it's done. It's finished. Everything has been balanced out and healed and alchemized. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Ancestor, for this information. I forgive you. Affirm down below if you forgive your ancestor for this. What I'm going to do now is grab more of these. This is a real turn. An ancestor that needs forgiveness. We're usually asking for forgiveness from our ancestors. An ancestor that needs forgiveness. There is an ancestor that needs your forgiveness. I feel like that's what I'm going to title it. Focus. That's number 33 as well. Partnership. Wow, okay. Beauty, partnership, and fear. Okay. So focus, fear, partnership, and beauty. I feel like they're saying first of all, they want you to shift your focus from fear to beauty. If you guys are in relationships, there is this your relationship or your relationships in general are going to play an important role in this. Letting go. Yeah. This is what's going to help with letting go of that that generational trauma. The burden of the creative projects, letting go of the fear surrounding that. The cat, independence and healthy boundaries. This is saying as well that there is like any like hyper independence and things like that that has been ingrained and instilled into you from your mother's side of the family, that's going to be released and let go of too. When you focus on the beauty instead of the fear within all things, within your creative projects, within your partnerships. All right, and let's get some messages from that specific ancestor, from that male ancestor that carries that wound. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so they're saying that this is why, if you have a lot of illness on your mother's side of the family, that also this male ancestor that is the one that accidentally cursed the family line, that's where that sort of stems from too. Wow, okay. There's a lot of illness on my mother's side of the family. Yeah, okay, the restrictions. So they were restricted. They were restricted from their path. Ooh, okay, they're letting go of the restriction of, they were the ones who put the restriction on the family line from achieving success because they never got to. They're the ones that are letting go of the restriction they've put on us, the family line, for when it comes to achieving what it is that we want to achieve and doing what it is that we want. They're letting go of that. Wow, thank you. Ooh. Beauty. Butterflies might be a sign as well. Okay, they're guiding me to read from the book. Wow. When you see the butterfly, definitely butterfly symbolism. So when you see a butterfly, know that this is, the restriction is being let go of. It's a sign. Know that the power of beauty is in your life. The butterfly reminds you to see through its eyes and watch the world be transformed. Your world be transformed in this context. Beauty is in the eye of the one who looks for it. Today, look for loveliness even in the darkest places and you'll be amazed. All of the mystery is beautiful. Beauty is everywhere. You just have to open your eyes, and I feel like we have. This next step can only be achieved if you do this today. Someone may give you something beautiful today. Remember to be grateful. So when you see this butterfly, know that this is your ancestor, that ancestor letting go of the restriction that's been placed on your family line through harbored resentment. Wow, this is powerful. Okay. And the owl as well. I feel like they may show themselves as the owl. So the butterfly is a sign and the owl is them. Ooh. Deception and wisdom. Look at that. Wealth. What else do you want to say, ancestor? Perception. The eagle. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic and spirit realm. Wow. Ooh, that's really interesting because I feel like this is saying that they're seeing things from a different perspective now that they have been here during this reading, but also since we have been connecting. They're here protecting. They want us to know as well that they thought they were... interesting. So the restriction placed was a manifestation of the resentment that they harbored during their living, but also they thought that they were protecting the rest of the line from the disappointment that they faced. Wow. But they're realizing that it did more harm than it did good. I'm going to take those one at a time, please. What else do you want to say? The hawk, omens and messages. Disruption and movement. Okay, so yeah, so the way in which things have been going is being disrupted, and movement is now happening. Oh my God. Gee, I just felt that really, really strongly. Okay, we've got forgiveness, the queen, which is woman, fertility, feminine power. Talking about me, right? Or you or us. And truth. The forgiveness from us. Now that we know the truth, movement is happening. Gee whiz. That felt so strong. That literally that surged through me. Love. Oh my God. Oh my God. You cannot make it up. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this. Fear and abundance. What's the fear? Feelings and emotions. I feel like they're saying, this ancestor is saying, please don't worry, don't fear. When you feel fear, know that I'm with you. Know that abundance, you will always be nourished. You will always be looked after. You will always be taken care of from now on. We will always take care of you. Oh my God. Is there anything else that we need to do now? I just heard rest. Accepting help from another, delegating authority. And look at that, we've got partnership on the bottom. In what context? Creative action and optimism. And the novice. Innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable curiosity. Is it upside down? The cat, independence and healthy boundaries. So, ooh, I'm feeling cold air. There's something that needs to be, we need to accept help from someone. From who? Ah, from all of us, I heard. From all of the ancestors. Okay. You don't need to control things and do things on your own anymore. The abundance is yours and it's coming. That was the Ace of Cups there, but it didn't fall out. I feel like they're saying that we need to know if you'll accept our help. Yes. Yes. We will. I will accept your help. Let your ancestors know if you'll now accept their help when it comes to achieving what it is that you're wanting to achieve. That's way too many. I accept. Look at this. Now we begin, I heard. Now we begin. This is... Ooh, delegate authority. Ask them what you want them to do. You're not going to believe it, guys. Remember what I said about the butterfly? I was just looked at the Queen of Swords and look where my eye went. I literally can't believe that. So they're saying delegate authority. So you've accepted, okay, you know, you want our help, you accept our help. What is it that you want? This has come out twice now in this order. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want us to do, what you want us to help with. That passion inside you, you know what that is. Ask them to help you get there. Ask them to help you with your dream, with your career, with your purpose, with your wishes. This is your gift. This is your birthright. It's your ancestral honor. They want you to journal. Yeah. They want you to journal and talk to them. Tell them what it is that you want help with. Because they're here, ready to alchemize with you and help you. They're here to help you prepare for the future and here to bring your ships in. Look at this. Wish fulfillment, wishes coming true. Flexibility. They're saying you don't have to do this all on your own. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles. This is generational wealth. You don't need to worry about this anymore. It's yours. All right. Is there anything else that you want to say to close out this reading? The Grail Knight, romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. They're here to bless what it is you ask for. They're here to bless you on your journey. Risk. Luck. When you take risks, you took a risk. You've already taken a risk and now they're here to bless that. And look at that, sweet victory. You took a risk, sweet victory. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're not already, guys. Let me know if this resonated down below. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Hecate's Moon Tarot. And I will see you guys in the next video.